the plan B, stick it to your memory.
Are you ready?
No, we're not swag, around on it. People know it's okay, chillin' with the God. You always get the plan A, 'cause I'm on mission like the dust. Never need the plan B, stick it to your memory, and this is where we be.
Welcome to episode 7 of Classic Touring Car Racing Club TV. Do you like the new videos? That's Joe Marrow, my new employee. You're a legend, my friend. You are brilliant. The good news is, it's not just me. We got the Big Dawg. Do you like that, mate?
That's flash, isn't it? We look
Isn't it?
professional then, didn't we?
How the devil are you, my friend? It feels like ages.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right, actually. Yeah, it feels like it's been a long time since the Croft meeting. That's for sure. It's sort of now. It's dark outside, and it's dark when I walk to the station in the morning. It's all over, isn't it?
I know, it is. It's mad. I'll be getting up early in the morning to go and do some business networking and off early to Brands Hatch on the weekend. And I was like, hold up, have I got the alarm wrong?
It's horrible, isn't it? It's horrible.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I think the weather's still with us a little bit, so we'll be all right for the weekend. Hopefully.
You say the weather's with us. Goodness me, I was at Brands doing the British GT on the weekend, and whilst the British GT was on, I was down doing the pit lane reporting, and for that, because they refuel on race day at least, is that I had to wear fireproof race overalls in that heat for the whole time that I was down there running up and down the pit lane reporting, and I'm like, I'm not built for this.
Good for your health. Good for your health. It burns
Well,
up.
only because I was drinking lots of water, that's for sure. After the last time I was with you boys and it was too hot, I didn't want that again.
No, you didn't, did you?
No, exactly. We got people piling in. Keep the comments coming in. Make sure you're sharing this, everybody, by the way, because we moved it from tomorrow night, as you've guessed, to tonight. But I had a technical glitch that meant I actually had to cancel that other one off and schedule a new one rather than just move it. So make sure you share it. Get everybody watching it, because otherwise they'll miss it. But Nick Vaughan, who was on here last episode, good evening, Dawsy and Big Dawg. And Nick, congratulations on your outright victory at Croft, my friend. He was rather happy with that one, wasn't he?
He was rather happy. Yeah, it was great. It was great meeting. I have to say, some of the racing that went on was unbelievable. I must admit, it was our first trip up there, and it didn't disappoint. It's amazing. It's such a great circuit, and it sort of gets overlooked. It's a shame that people don't make the effort to go, or make the trip to go there, because it was. I thought it was incredible. I really thought I love this place. It's great. The old Capri we were flying around. So yeah, no, it was good, and we'll go back there at some point.
Yeah, and I think so. I've only commentated there once, and it was pretty special. It's very flat, isn't it? So you've got a very different challenge to it, but some very fast bits, some really tight bits, and some bits that can sort of tempt you into making a bit of a gung-ho lunge that might not work quite so well.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was. It was just a bit of everything, really. As you say, like there's some seriously scary corners. Going through that chicane the first time flat out was interesting, and after you realise you can do it, you're all right. But yeah, I loved it, and you know that nice kind of. Sometimes we're doing all these big events and bits and bobs these days, and I think sometimes you lose that clubby feel of things. And it was nice, you know, seeing everybody, you know, a few beers in Saturday evening and some food and stuff, and just having the time to sit and have a chat with people. You know, Brands was amazing, but it was such a full-on event that going from that to Croft was lovely, because it wasn't as busy by a long way. but just nice chat with people, and the people that did go there were so enthusiastic for it. Yeah, it was great, and as I say, we will go back there again at some point. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. I really don't. I mean, there's a reason why the British touring cars go there. They love it up there. Very, very quick, and it is. The problem is that you get. I think I said it on last time's show. Is you get to Leeds and think you're nearly there, and you're really not.
No. I mean, as I say, we stopped at Peterborough because we've been going nearly 3 hours, and I had the kids and stuff with us, and in the camper, and it was like it was not anywhere
Not
near
even
it.
remotely close.
Not
yet.
even starting to feel like the north. So yeah, it was. I understand why people didn't, especially people down the south. But it was a shame, it is what it is. But no, it was great, really great, really pleased with it. And I think I said in my email that I sent out, some championship standings have changed quite significantly since that meeting. People who couldn't make it. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mixes it up, and that's part and parcel of it. And I love that. I've sent a message out to you, those of you who are watching in the group, the Classic Touring Car group rather than the page. When you put your comments, it doesn't come up with your name and your profile photo. I've just sent it. It's streamyard.com/Facebook. If you go to that, and it will ask you for permission to show your profile photo and your name. Grant that, allow that, and then we'll be able to see who it is. Otherwise, comment in the page. It's one of those weird sort of nuances of security in Facebook that doesn't allow a group to know that information unless you grant it. So just so you know. So with that in mind, first of all, from YouTube, I can see that George Gillespie's back. Watch it. Evening, my friend. Don't know who this one is, so that's one from the page. Evening all. Evening, Big Dawg. You're welcome.
Still trying to make it stick, aren't you? You're still trying.
Hey, I don't think I even need to try anymore, do I? It's stuck, my friend. It's there.
It's all over.
Lynn Bates says, good evening to you both.
Hi, Lynn. I'll send you a ticket tomorrow.
Yeah. Someone from the group says, is that a big enough glass you have, Dawsy? Listen, I'm celebrating because I got good news that the heart is okay. I've been given the all clear. I've got to do a lot of things to be careful and things like that, but I decided to celebrate with a big glass of water, Your Honour.
Yeah, and that is a big glass of water, and I'm joining you with a half bottle of Evian out of the fridge. So that's crazy middle-aged guys that we are.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Mine's a different kind of water. If I'm brutally honest, I'm not going to lie. I'll get struck by lightning, and I don't want that to happen live on a show. Talking of my heart, Chris Mason, that will be news to you because I haven't had a chance to let you know. But of course, he was the medic that looked after me when I had that incident when you guys were with us. Evening, Dawes. I hope you're well. And as you've just heard, yes, I am. Thank you, my friend. And Ross Craig. Hello, mate. Good evening, all. Good to see it. Keep coming in. Make sure you're sharing. Get everybody to remember. Same as we got the likes and loves. Dave Luck, hello, mate. He's always watching wherever the racing's going on. Certainly Thruxton and Coombe and Brands and all of that. So good to see you back on, Dave. He got worried as well because he said it shows me that it's cancelled. Is that right? I said, don't panic, mate. It's been moved.
Other work due to attend tomorrow night.
I wasn't going to say it was your fault.
It was a work thing. I was told I have to attend, so I was like, all right, fine.
See, I thought you were the big dog. I thought you attended what you wanted to attend.
There's always a bigger dog than yourself.
Ain't that truth? My bigger dog's upstairs. Actually, she's not a dog. I'll get in trouble for that. Oh, Christ! Let's just move on
and talk about racing.
Yeah, I just panicked. Did you see me panic then?
I fluttered a little bit. I was like,
love it. But the likes coming in. Kevin Swan as well. Chris Mason's obviously loved it as well. And of course, Chris Mason's got Joshy. Hi, Joshy. His little lad's watching. Not quite Joshy. So little anymore, but he's getting there. Ricky Can was wondering if that was a G&T or antifreeze. Glad you're on the mend. It's a G&T. It is a G&T. I'll be honest. That's what it is. So it's still water because it's tonic water. Well, it would have been a Wednesday, but that was your fault. Still don't make it right, does it? Right. Where were we? So, Croft. Amazing racing by the sounds of it. Amazing fun that was had by all. A circuit that, you have every desire to be able to go back there. And I sort of caught bits and pieces of what was going on.
Yeah, it was
And I
good.
mean,
You know, we sadly had to bin the live stream, just because entries were down and we had to pay for it. To be perfectly honest with you, so that's why there was no live stream. But it was a shame because people didn't get to see how good it was. You know, on
yeah.
the Sunday morning, we had a bit of an impromptu car show. We all pushed the cars out the garages. The people that were queuing to get in.
Oh wow.
Got to walk around the cars, and circuit manager was extremely happy with everything, and yeah, no, it was great. It was lovely. Just a very long way away.
Did your chip van turn up? Your
Yes,
fish
it
and
did.
chip
Yeah,
van?
it did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had to
yeah.
think then, didn't you?
It did. No, do you know what? Because it was it was very quite expensive, and I
Oh,
remember thinking, what? Anyway, yeah, there was a chip van
I'm not
turned
one
up,
to stir her out.
and some beer turned up as well, and which
Took
that
priority. Yeah.
yeah, we had to do a run out and get some more beers and stuff. So,
Oh,
but yeah,
sweet.
it was no, it was good. It was great. It was great. Um, and hopefully, as I say, next year's calendar will announce in a little while. It sort of reflects where we want to be with everything with the club,
Cool.
because I think as well as great as having huge meetings like Brands Hatch, which we're going to do again, as you know,
Yeah.
we do want some of the clubbier stuff to come back a little bit because what's why I joined the club in the first place. It's why I love the place. It was to go racing and have a laugh with my friends.
I'd imagine that's the great mix, isn't it? You take like the magnitude of the most obvious one, the Super Tourer power at Brands, that was just off the scale. That I
Mm,
took even all of you by surprise, just how big it was in reality.
yeah.
To have that, but to then have the clubby stuff, it gives you that lovely mix as the season goes on. In
Well,
my
you
mind,
saw me in my deck chair at Castle Combe,
I
didn't you?
did, I did. I was
Shit.
commentating on you in it, and you didn't hear me.
But I still go along even if there's even something wrong with the car or whatever, or I haven't got time or money or whatever to get the car sorted. Because I love going and seeing everybody and just having a bit of a laugh and a joke and trying to just trying to keep it all going really.
Yeah,
And no, it's
and
great.
that's the key
It's great.
thing. That club atmosphere amongst yourselves is the key thing. And
No,
and I
absolutely.
know we go on to it in more detail, but I'll sort of almost trail it to some extent. Is that I saw that to the nth degree at your awards. Um, well, at the beginning of this calendar year, that just the spirit is just fabulous. I adored it. It was one of the favourite events that I've ever been to, and that is testimony to you all. It just was a buzzing night at the awards night. It was just brilliant.
No, it was great. It was great. And you'll be back again this year on which date? I can't remember the date.
25th of November.
There you
Saturday,
go. Buy your
25th of
tickets now.
November. Yeah, please do get your tickets for this, guys. We're going to have a ball. It's an absolute riot. For those of you who weren't at it, will need to know that I make sure that the atmosphere is like off the scale. We just go for it. It's big. It's fun. It's the end of the season. We're all together. And for those who don't know, is that I had a little chuckle. Is that it says it's on the 25th of November, 7 for 7:30. Carriages at 1 a.m. I didn't get that memo, did I? Because I was still going at 4.
Yeah, exactly. And I think in the morning when I was loading the van and you were trying to walk around,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
it
think
was a
you
bit
still did
gingerly.
that the memo. So yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, please do get your tickets. A lot of people already have, but we just want to because we've moved it this year. It's a bit strange, but we try to sort of have that as a bookend to the season and give
Yeah,
everyone a kind of decent break and also the committee a decent break over the winter.
yeah.
Last year just got crazy. You got race retro, all the other bits starting up in February, and it just was chaos.
Well, and I
So
think it's almost too long after the end of the season to sort of remember exactly what's gone on. I think it does make sense to do it at the end. I'm used to doing those. I think I've got 2 consecutive weekends of hosting awards due, so my liver's going to need a break. But it's it is a nice way to round out that season. So go to the classictouringcars.com website. And you will see down with the calendar, there is the button there that says book your tickets.
sure.
And or you can go to classictouringcars.com / annual dash dinner dash dance dash awards dash ceremony. All right,
no,
so
it's catchy. It's
annual
catchy, I
dinner,
know.
yeah, exactly. Annual
Rolls off
dinner
the tongue.
dance award ceremony. That's the simple one. Annual dinner dance award ceremony, but with dashes between in each word. That's
Yeah,
the
of course.
easiest one. But there is on the homepage. It's there,
Yeah,
and I'm
it's amazing.
pleased to see that Nick said he's got his tickets.
He's all over it, isn't he, Nick? He's all over it.
That's the main one. Great to see Malcolm Jeffsey.
Malcolm
Evening, my
Jeffsey,
friend.
there we go.
Yeah, he's watching on YouTube. He is. I love this because you can watch on YouTube on your TV rather than on the device as well, can't you? These days.
Yeah, apparently Colin watches on the telly or watches
Mm.
on. My face is now blown up all over his front room.
Especially when I do that.
Look at that, eh? So my sunburn from the weekend.
Love it, love it. John Sandblaster Tyson, evening
Hello,
Dawsy and Big Dawg. I would imagine it may have been you, John, that was commenting from the group earlier, and you've gone and done my link, the streamyard.com/Facebook, and that's now because that's the same message you put earlier. So well done, John. That shows that it works. Kevin Swan says tickets booked will be our first time.
Oh, okay.
Well, what I suggest then, Kevin,
for.
is the weekend before have a few drinks to get an undercoat on. Because then you'll be warmed up.
People turn up, right? It is is it like the race meetings as well? Like I just said, I go to the race meetings if I'm not racing for whatever reason. You know, there is times when I'm not. And because you got to see your friends. So people get to the hotel at like they can't get in the room till 3 or 4 o'clock, and they come in and have some lunch, and then they're like, "Do you want one? Do you want this? Hang on, I better, And it's great. It's great. I love it. It's great.
Well, that and I have to give that a testimony is that I got there because although it took you slightly by surprise, but it's one of the things that I do is that I came in and helped you guys set up because I want to make sure it is thus.
Well, you
so
saw me breaking the microphone, didn't you? Yeah.
Yes, I did. And it was like I need to know it's going to work come the evening because the whole idea is you guys get to relax and enjoy it. The work is then done by me come the evening. It's you guys get to relax a lot more and enjoy the night. And but the reason why I say that is that I went through. Obviously, you walk through the bar to get down to the function part, and it was packed with everybody. And already the spirit was just buzzing. And once we got everything set up, and I was just going back to my room to relax before the night because, contrary to what people believe, I'm there sort of like quite nervous before we get going. But I never made it to my room for ages because people were like, "Oh, Dawsy, come and have a drink. Come and have a drink. Let's sit down. I'll get you one." Yeah. And it was lovely. I just thought it's such, and I have to compliment the club on that because that doesn't come, without effort, and it's just a lovely group of people. So it's really cool. And John Sandblaster Tyson has confirmed it was him. Let's press that. So yes, you go that linked. It does work. Peter Steele says, "Is that free advertising, Stuart, or is it really a box of awesome?"
It's a box of awesome from Kent Models.
Is it? There we go. Well, both then. It's a bit of free advertising, and it genuinely is a box of awesome.
It is, there's a box of awesome, some model kits. I like a model kit.
Fair enough. I can't argue with that.
Right,
so Croft, where did we get to? Let me
points.
have a look.
You get the points. You got to get the points now.
I'm gonna share a screen. What do I want? I want that one there. Right. Let's bring this up. And there we go. So if we have a little look at this. So pre-66 is being led by, let me make sure that I get this right.
Isn't it?
It is. It's Billy Keneally is still leading it on 110 points in his Class C car.
You should give him a mention just after the horrific accident he had at Brands Hatch, rebuilding that car and then dragging the whole thing all the way to Croft was quite a feat for him and his family. So thank you for that. That was incredible.
Well done, Billy. That's amazing, and still going strong on those 110 points. Incidentally, by the way, James Dunkley says, "Can we have a dipstick update, Stuart?" And that's on your Escort, isn't it?
Dipstick is still up. It's still out there. A few people commenting on my post earlier, and I will follow up with them afterwards because I rushed home from work and then came straight here.
I thought there was loads of Escort dipsticks around.
No, apparently not for an RS Turbo. So there you are. Okay. Anyway, there you are. I wanted to be able to go for a drive, and I've got a Clifford sticker for the front windscreen, and you know, some Alpine for the speaker shelf. Anyway, sorry.
You're
Right,
having a
boys.
midlife crisis, are you?
Yeah, I've been having one for 10 years. But anyway, go on.
I love it. Second place on 86 points, Michael Loveland in his class E car. And then I think 77 follows next, doesn't it? Yep. So it's Pat Keneally. So the Keneallys are doing all right.
Do well, yeah.
Yeah. So Pat Keneally on 77 points in the Class F car sat there in third place. Pre-83s, it looks like we've got Will Davison leading the way. He says, "Yeah, it is Will
Yeah,
Davison."
yeah.
Is that the Beamer?
BMW, yeah.
Yeah. So Will leading the way. Stephen Primmett in his in the white Escort on 110 points in second place on 110. And it looks like it's Class C that are sweeping away everyone at the moment. 68. Yeah, it is 84 for Jonathan Corker.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he really signed up actually for Snetterton. I'm sure there was a conversation about him having to work or something. I'll have a look whilst you're doing that. I'll find myself on mute.
Yeah. So now he's on mute. He could be shouting anything at us, and we don't know what he's shouting. You would. You would. Yeah, no, you're right. He's not. No, yes, he is. Jonathan Corker is there.
No, Mr. Corker is on there. I'm not sure William is on there.
You are correct. Stephen
Primmett he's not there, so that's probably going to go down to the wire at Donington. I think I'm sure he had to work or something. I'm sure there was a conversation about that. So yeah, it's going to go all the way down to the wire at Donington, isn't it?
And apologies, I should know the answer to this. Do you guys take late entries, or is it like that's it?
Yeah, so we have done this week. We have taken a couple of late entries. We tend to call it a day. Enough's enough about lunchtime on a Wednesday.
Okay.
We'll do the hard cut off on the Monday, and then there might be like one or two people say like, "Look, I've just fixed the car." And to be honest with you, in these times where meetings are up and down, we can't turn away money. So we do, but you know, it's not really. You won't be on if you're entering at this point. You're not on any the program and all that. You know, there's all that. You know, it's just a lot. It causes a bit more.
Hey, more importantly, they're not on Classic Touring Car Racing Club TV, mate. Hey, you don't get the limelight.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Pre-93, Stuart White is just is just dominating here, isn't he?
Doing well, isn't he?
And he'll be another BMW going well there, and he'll be delighted with that. And I'm sure he said last time that he'd booked his tickets for the awards due, like the last show. He said
actually, yeah, I'd have to have a look. I'm not really taking too much of a look of who's.
I don't blame him. You know, that makes sense that he would do that. And all of you, get your tickets booked. We're going to have an absolute riot and a ball at the awards do. It's so much fun. Even if you haven't got a trophy, get there anyway. It's so much fun. Good dinner as well. And I have to say that because I get a mixed bag when I go and host these awards, when the dinners can be the good, the bad, and the ugly. The meal was lovely, to be fair. So get yourself there. James Dunkley says, booking mine tonight. Good man.
Dunkley.
And we get kisses from him as well.
He does like a boogie.
He does. I remember, actually. The Symes will be there, won't they? The whole family of the Symes will be there.
Everybody comes. Everybody brings everybody with them.
They do. The Craig family will be there. I remember last time. I hope they will be there this time as well. Just, everybody. I mean, I forget. What did you have? Something like 20-odd tables?
10 people.
Wow. I mean, it's brilliant, mate. Honestly, it's brilliant. So good to see. So, yes, pre-93, Stu Waite leading away on 145, 84 for Clint LeChalmers. And
he did very well. It's very well at Croft, actually. He wasn't very well.
Oh, really?
And he carried on racing to get his points. So he knew what he was doing. And there you go. You see, you turn up to these events, and he's second in the championship. So
but nice and close as well, because then David Clark's on 81.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting. So that's pre-93. Clint LeChalmers is there again. He's entered. Stu Waite is entered as well.
Has David there? Clark. I think. Tom
David Clark is there as well.
This the entry for I have to be honest, the entry for Snetterton has took me a bit by surprise, because obviously people did Super Tour Power, and then obviously went, oh, I can't bother to go to Croft, but I'll do Snet. And so they've had all this time to build up to it. We normally take like 70 or 80 cars to Snet. There's now, I think there'll be about 110. So
No,
there's
it's got to be
there's
more
only
than that.
3 grids as well.
I counted 119.
Was it really? Oh, okay, there you
Yeah.
are. You got so, and that's why we booked 3 grids, because last time, and you're trying to work. The thing is, you have to book all this stuff in so far in advance. I
Yeah,
mean,
of course.
we've booked grids now for next year. You know, it's not even. It's just the end of summer, and so we didn't realise that so many people would turn up. Otherwise, we would have had an extra grid. So
Oh
maybe
gosh,
not.
I see what you mean. Right, okay. Wow, it'll be good fun, and it
No,
is
it'd
the
be
300,
awesome. Yeah, because they're the 40-car grids. They're all 40-car grids. So
and it is a 300. Yeah, you're on the 300,
yeah,
so that's
300.
good.
So it's you spread out very, very quickly.
Well, certainly the top 3 are entered, so that makes for those that are going to watch it thoroughly entertaining, to say the least. Ian Bauer is on there as well. He's sat 3rd in Class B at the moment on 75, not far behind them. So, you know, some of the big hitters are there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jamie Sturgis isn't back out, so he's not adding to his things. He's leading the Castle Combe GT Championship at the moment.
Was
I
he?
think he still is anyway, or he's certainly up there. I can't remember what happened after the last one, but yeah, he's and he's got a new Beamer for next year. Have you heard about that?
No.
Yeah, he's got a new classic Beamer. I can't remember what it was, because you know he's got that wonderful
The
classic
5 series
BMW.
one, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a what he was telling me what it was. He's got it from abroad, but where were they? I think they were at Silverstone, and he was sort of like blasting it on the infield just to feel, and it just died on power. So he's got a lot of work to do it over the winter, and it will come out next year, which would be
Right.
interesting to see. So he's really excited about it. That's all I remember. That he knows that it's going to be a good car. Pre-03s, Ross Craig on 128 points. Fair shout.
He's
That's
doing well
going,
there, isn't he?
isn't he just? And I know that will mean a lot to him, because he does love his racing, and he's such a humble guy that
Yeah.
I like
No,
that.
absolutely. It's very well deserved.
And his dad, obviously, I know, because he's one of the instructors at Castle Combe Racing School. When I host there, he sort of takes the punters round and teaches them the racing lines and what have you. So it's good to see that he'll be loved, because he always makes sure that I mention his lad who's also racing when I introduce him and stuff like that. So it means a lot to him.
No, it's
And
great. They do, and they come up to Croft. You know, the whole family came up to Croft, and it was great. You know, we had a bit of a laugh, and yeah, it was just nice to sit and talk to Pete. Just to sit and talk to him, to be honest.
Absolutely. Gary Preble's trying to chomp at the bit there on 119 in second, and I noticed that he presumably that's a win in the first race, but didn't go to plan in race 2 by the looks of that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened then. To be honest with you, after I did mine, I snuck out because I had to get the kids home. So I'm not sure what happened now at all.
Home or to Peterborough?
To like the next services,
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a services that was, yeah, I don't know. I had some adventures, that's for sure.
Yeah, isn't that just? But Gary Preble, and we know that he's a pot hunter, so he'll be trying to.
But that'd be good to see, you know, them two going at it at Snetterton.
Exactly.
Very interesting to see. And then hopefully that will carry on until Donington, and it will take, again, it's nice to get these championships. I've gone all touring car, but to get these championships going all the way down to the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's just nice to see.
Absolutely. You'd almost script it that way if you could, let's be honest. So
Imagine
that's
someone
perfect.
did that.
Yeah. 128 points, 119 points, and then 89 for Cavan Granger in the A class car. Still not out of it necessarily. Maybe I haven't done the maths.
He's racing, isn't he? He's at Snare. I saw his name.
Oh no!
No, he's not.
No,
he pulled out of that because it was up to 14 in pre-03. So maybe
really?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So that opens that up. So I think that will become, because I know James Alford's racing, so that might, if he's there and doing well, then that might push him up into third. Let's see.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So the 65, although Lee Spencer is in racing, he's 1 point ahead of James Alford. So that could get interesting. And if Cavan Granger's not there, then you've got to say, well, Lee Spencer could take the victory again. So that'll be at least 14 points. Yeah. So that could take him up into third place. But apologies to everyone watching. I'm looking that way because I got it on a big screen over here. So
He's got the football. He's got the rugby on.
The football. It's the football tonight.
Football, sorry, football.
It's the old rivals.
I don't follow sports like that. So.
I just do when it's internationals. That's all. But I'll catch it later. Right. So that's going to be incredibly close between those guys. Let's have a look. So the Blue Oval Saloons. 146 for the main man who's been commenting earlier, James Dunkley. No wonder you're booking your tickets, mate. 146.
Yeah, he's well happy. Look at that. Look,
that's probably tied up, isn't it?
Well, I think he's all. Sam Daffin said to me yesterday that I think he's got to get 1 point and he's uncatchable or something.
Is it?
Yeah, but you know, it's racing and anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely right. And I'm sure James is watching and he'll just be sort of like, play it cool, Trig, play it cool.
Yeah, those gingerly you've ever seen him drive that Fiesta.
Yeah. Although that in theory that would happen, but I can tell you from the commentary that I always say, but racers forget that. They still fight. They still race hard. They just forget all of that. There you go. James has just confirmed. Oh, wrong one. He needs 1 point.
There you go. Because I'm not sure, because Will Hunt was signed in and then he dropped out, and that would make him second in the championship. But he pulled out the event. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he's not down. You're right.
Right, but yeah. So what else?
That's 92. Is that he could give that one up, couldn't he? The second place, because Sam Daffin in 70.
Sam's all over it. Sam will drive around if he's got 3 wheels left on that car.
Yeah. Love it. So I mean, he could if Will Hunt's not out there, and that's surprising because he's been going well the latter rounds here. But James just 1 point, and he'll tie it all up, and so he'll be doing that certainly in race number 1. Just get that 1 point, and then he'll go and enjoy it. Yeah. And yeah, James Dunkley's just confirmed. Yes, he will. He will get involved. He'll do that. I'll go in to do 1 lap, then head to the bar.
That's it. That's it. Just pot around, and you'll be all right. But yeah, you know, again, going back, you know, the entries we've got coming in for Boss, and just great. A bit overwhelmed by it all, to be honest with you. I just didn't expect it to happen.
We got a couple that are doing Saturday only, or 3 that are doing only.
Yeah, they changed their mind. I'm doing Saturday only in Boss, but Martin Reynolds and Colin are now doing both days on the weekend. In fact, Colin Jackson's brought like 3 cars with him. I don't know how he's got the energy, but and Martin Reynolds has brought 2, so they're all going to drive out. We're just going to go and have a party, basically.
What you taking the Capri?
Yeah, just out in the Capri, yeah. But I'm not sure if I can race at Donington because I might have to work. So I booked in to do some extra races to try and get more races. Basically, get more seat time. So that's why I've done that. I don't normally do it, but I like to be honest with you. It's the only time in all the years, and I don't like to mention it because I keep it all very private. But all the years I did win once. I won, and that was at Snetterton in 2016.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Do that again.
I did actually win. The fact that everybody else broke down and it was only me in the history book.
Don't worry about that, mate. Don't worry. No one's going to go checking TSL now. You're fine.
No, you can't see it. I did win. I won the race. And yeah, I like Snet. I don't know. Some people, it's a bit hit and miss for people, but I love it. I like it. I like everything about it. And it's not that far away from my house. And I like that even more.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I agree. It's got a lot, a lot of everything. You go into the first corner, and that's a very fast corner, followed by the Wilson hairpin that's obviously very tight, and then that infield section is quite a challenging complex of corners that I really enjoy. Before you then go on the Bentley straight, that you just get to just blast it all the way down there and under the bridge, and then grip it and rip it through the final sections. And
I love it. I do love it.
Forum is like incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, in the car, you got the car, you sort of sideways in the car, but trying to keep your foot in to keep the momentum coming, and I just love it. I just enjoy it, and that's why it's on the calendar every year. It's on the calendar next year.
And it makes sense. I mean, one of the things that always blows my mind is the fact that you come through Coram and you're still turning when you're trying to break for Murray's, the last left-hander on to start
Yeah,
finish
it's
straight,
a bit.
which
You
goes
have to,
against all of the racing rules, doesn't it?
there's a lot going on. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
It
That's
is.
for sure.
It always impresses me. I love the comments coming in because we got Nick Prawn Vaughan saying lots of love for the whole Craig family, very friendly bunch. But the nicest part was that Ross Craig himself, Evening Ross, said, "Kind words, gents. We always love going racing as a family." Totally get that, and that's the key thing. Is it's very family orientated.
Yeah, very much.
So yeah, so the Boss Series looking interesting. That will be thoroughly entertaining as always. And yeah, it's what we got 11 entries at the moment for that one. What else are you racing in? I asked that a minute ago. But in both of the races you're entered is the Capri, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fair
83.
enough.
Just doing the one Boss race on Saturday.
But wasn't that the Capri that you were supposed to race at Coombe as well?
Yeah, but the bit's turned up now.
Oh, fabulous. That's all right then. I was worried that I was poking the beast then, but I thought I'd
No.
ask anyway.
It's all there. It's all ready to go. We're going to have another go, and yeah, just yeah, be good. It'd be good.
Fair dues, mate. Classic Thunders, good entries. 16 entries for this again. And currently leading the way is Sam Wilson. Just make sure. Oh, there's still some more down there.
Still Sam. And then I believe Nick will correct me on this because he's all over this. I think Nick. So you got Brian second.
Yeah.
And then Nick is
Where's
third.
Nick?
Am I right, Nick being third? Or am I just dreaming it?
Where is he?
Up. Go up. There you go. Stop.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, Nick, there you go. So Brian second. Nick's
wow, 3 points in it.
And Brian hasn't entered this event because him and Jazz are doing a Kumo race at Silverstone. So
okay.
There you are. I did talk to them and find out what they're up to, and that's where they are. So that's why there's not so many Kumo-ish cars around.
See, I always thought that there was 2 Brian Bransoms and Jazz Sapras, to be honest. Because they're everywhere. Yeah, they're everywhere. Well, there you go, Nick. That's going to be a big one. I know that he's watching. Oh, AJ's watching. I thought that he was a bit quiet, but he's also said that Craig are lovely, lovely people. But nice to see you're here as well. We love the Owens as well, but I get in trouble for saying that too much. But I see that you're here. Good to see AJ. And you're leading Class C, AJ, which is pretty cool. And 68, that's not far behind, really.
It's not far behind, I have to say. I noticed that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so
that
far.
Could get interesting as well. Because they score the points in the class, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that could look good. I noticed that, and I know Ricky's watching. I'm glad to see that another one that's the family going racing that I love, Father Goose, is also here. So the Owens are both watching. Glad to see it, guys. I hope that you guys are going to be at the awards this time because you weren't there last time, and I was gutted about that. So hopefully you guys get your tickets, get to the awards, 25th of November. Get your asses there. Come on, we need a beer together. It would be great to catch up. I noticed that this time is that Ricky's down as well as Sam in that number 20 car.
Is he indeed? I did notice that, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe they decided to share it. So,
Ricky, if you're watching, let us know. What's the story? Are you doing a race each or what's happening there? That would be interesting. But either way, great to see that the Aston's going to be back out on circuit. I adore that car. It's just...
That's lovely, isn't it?
And I love the fact that they've developed that over time. It's sort of like more appendages on the rear of that car now where they've sort of worked on, great, we got the power, but we need the handling, and it's just got better and better. And I always love seeing that engineering development as well as driver development.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I agree.
So fair shout on that one. So, plenty in the classic Thunders, and that does include, we're talking about the Craigs. Ian Craig's going to be out in his Beamer for that one as well. You would only be the one that could tell me if there's any newbies coming out, because at this time of year you could potentially get some newbies popping out.
Yeah, we come in, so we got rules. So the last 2 events of the year you cannot join as a full member. You've joined as a weekend member, because you can come in and basically ruin somebody's championship that's been to every
Yeah.
single event all year and completely hammer it. So we put that in place. And there's a few weekend people coming in for Snetterton, and you just explain to people that the class that they're going to be in, and they're quite happy because they want to have a bit of a race, and they
Yeah.
understand. You know, it is a championship, and you don't want to ruin it for other people. So
Well, and it gives that opportunity for them to, if they've maybe not been before, to sort of like sample the classic touring car racing club vibe.
exactly.
What is the, and I know I'm sort of jumping ahead because we still got a few more championship points to do, but what is the plan for the I don't know, food or anything like that on the Saturday night? Is there any this time?
No, there's nothing really going on. We just they've got the bar open and all the rest of it for us, and there's food put on, but
Perfect.
there's nothing. We tried to do sort of barbecue and stuff before, and we just couldn't. I don't know why. People didn't want to do it at Snit. I don't know what it was. Brands people, we found people who could help us, but there we couldn't. So
Okay.
we just didn't this time. We've just got full on race meeting. Once you're done, pubs open.
Yeah, exactly. And it's right there. So that makes sense, that one.
Yeah.
So all together and all of that. Good to see Andy Abrams is watching. He'll be out
There he
racing
is.
as well, which is good to see. Another one that's saying, yeah, the Craigs are a nice family. Absolutely, without question. I feel like we end up sort of like backing up one of the groups at each one of these shows, don't we? So it's the Craig's time to get embarrassed by us this
Feeling the
time.
love, you know, he helped me push
Yeah.
the car. He's nice. He's nice. He's nice to talk to.
Oh,
Nice
they are.
family, nice people.
Lovely guys. Wow, the Jaguar
Then you've got
Challenge.
Jag.
128 for Jack Robinson in Class C, 122 for Guy Connew in Class A in second, and then 100 points for Andrew Harper. So I mean, look at that, 6 points between the top
That's crazy,
two.
isn't it? That's tight, and it's going to be
Super close.
something else. That is that race. So
It really is. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see that one. I mean, it's interesting because we've got to still remember it's the penultimate round. But it is now at the fighty end, isn't it?
yeah, it is, and as I said to you before, that the people that are coming out now are, you know, I wanted to get the points out nice and early so people could see. It's like, oh, actually, I might
Yeah.
do that. You know, it does help encourage people along as well. You get this, you know, we've had issues in the past with points being a bit slow or whatever, and we're just trying to get on top of that now, and obviously make sure they're correct. But yeah, just because it does encourage people, they'll see that like there. You've just seen it's like, oh, hang on a minute, I'm in this game. If something happens, and that's
Yeah.
the thing is, if you're floating around in sort of fourth or third in the championship or in your class, and you think, well, actually, I've looked at the entry list and Stuart's not there and he's not there, I might have them points out of him.
Absolutely.
So it is that time of year, but I do think Donington will be, as Connie would say, a bit fruity.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm gutted. I'm gutted. I'm not there for that because I
Where you
can
going,
see an
gin
awful
party or
lot
something?
going on. I can't remember where I am. When is it? Where is it? I think I'm at Coombe that weekend or something, which yeah, got me committed to that one first. Although that might be a Saturday only, so I might see if I can venture up and catch up with you guys from a spectating perspective on the Sunday. Will I get away with that with the current Mrs. Dawes? I'm not sure. We'll see.
They're going to dance anyway.
Well, exactly. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, she's getting to put a posh frock on this year, isn't she? So
There you go. Look, someone's just done a dinner dance. This is. I love the interactiveness of our little show. James Dunkley has done his dinner dance tickets. Thank you, James.
good man. He told us he was going to, didn't he?
Yeah, there you go. That's our interaction.
else?
We are these days. We are the future.
Come on. Who else of you is going to go and book your tickets now? Look, you see how dynamic that the Big Dog's able to see you booking it. So get them booked, and let us know that you've booked them because I can't wait.
Should we just chuck the scripts out the window and just go to next year's calendar? Should we just do that?
If you want to.
Yeah, I think we should just do that because I think we've spoken about the awards tonight. We spoke about Croft and Snet, haven't we? And I think it's time to unveil it. Really, it's quarter to 9. My tea's in the oven.
I was in my head sort of like going, oh, are we going to be able to reveal that on a show? And I wasn't sure whether it is now or next time. So let's do it if you've got it. By the way, James Dunkley says, my pleasure. Great party. You're not wrong, mate. It is a belter. Yes, because we've summed up Croft. We've got us there. We'll come on to Snetterton in a moment, but let's talk about it. Have you got it? Anything to put up on screen? I don't know if you have.
I can't put it on the screen just because it's not in a decent format to put on the screen.
That's fine. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it. So next year we have got 7 rounds, but 6 venues. This year, Brands Hatch, obviously we're doing as a double again. So the GP on the Saturday, the Indy on the Sunday. Everybody goes to one place. We try to tone it all down a little bit because I think, well, you can see that things are getting tighter for everybody. You can see across club motorsport, people are certainly looking to not travel as much, etc., etc. So we thought we'd try and condense it down a bit, and just try and help people as much as we can to continue racing. So first meeting is Donington Park on the 29th of March, 29th and 30th of March, which is Good Friday and Easter Saturday. That is the first one. We felt.
What's that on? Is that on the GP or the?
Yeah, it's on the GP. Yes, it is indeed on the GP.
Okay.
They after this year, Silverstone which was a couple of weeks earlier. It's always a bit interesting that time of year, and we just thought maybe we'll push it as late as we can and start. There was not certain dates after that. It sort of also went a bit wrong. So we thought if we start, so last weekend in March, and it gives us a decent gap after the dinner dance from November all the way through. I was race retro in the middle of it, but all the way through for people to get the cars ready, get some money around them, and get themselves back out and refreshed and ready to go.
And they'll start working on their car the weekend before, of course, as
Oh,
always.
no, I do the same thing as well. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even ordered my tyres for the weekend yet. I forgot all about it. I forgot all about it. So yeah, it's a bit. What we got here? There you go.
Well, you just checking you weren't in trouble then, were you?
I was checking. It was Nick Vaughan updating me on something. But anyway, he's all over it. Second up, we're going back to Cadwell. We haven't been to Cadwell for a couple of years. So we are having Saturday and Sunday, which is the 27th and 28th of April. We are going to Cadwell.
Wow, hang on. I'm keeping up. And that's the 27th, 28th of April.
And that, my friend, will be a double points meeting.
Really?
So you'll get double points if you come to Cadwell to try and encourage people to drive all the way to Louth. Not that they need much encouragement, but sometimes
incredible circuit, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's great, and we haven't been for a couple of years. It's a bit of a way for people, but once you're there, it's worth it. But we do it as a double points, just to entice people along and have a great race meeting. So there's that. Then after that, which is why we're going back, trying to do a little bit different this year. So on the 18th and 19th of May, we're going back to Mallory.
Oh, okay.
So we haven't been there for a couple of years. It's one of those that you do every few years. There were some issues with noise last time, which seems to have been dealt with this time. So we're going with our friends from the CMMC, the Rod Burley's gang.
Yeah.
So there'll be all of us all together in one happy race circuit. So we've got those two. So we wanted. This is why I was saying to you earlier about the clubby stuff. We wanted to do a few, not smaller meetings, but maybe not as flash. So which is why we've got Cadwell and Mallory now. I enjoy them. A lot of people enjoy them. It's the ones that people ask for. So we've done that.
James Dunkley says yes, love Cadwell.
There, he's all over this tonight,
and he's loving it. It's double points as well.
So Mallory there, and then there is a break after. So May the 19th is when we're at Mallory. So 18th and 19th, and then we go to the 29th and 30th of June, which is the greatest touring car event in the world, Part 2.
Oh, absolutely.
I wanted to call it Part 2, but I wasn't. Because I used to love hot shots. So, yes, so that's the big one in the middle of summer. We are going to open race entry to that on the 1st of December. So the plan is with that one.
Oh, thank you.
People. What are you doing?
I've just been told that I've been told that I was stupidly put in 2023. You didn't spot that either, did you? Thank you, Peter Steele.
I was too excited about the calendar announcement.
Sorry, apologies. I've messed up all of
No, it's
the
fine,
things
fine,
now.
fine. So we're going to open up. What we're going to do is, last year there was a lot of weekend people joined, and there was some club members who couldn't get an entry, etc. So what we're going to do this year to fix all of that, so everybody's happy, is for the first 3 months. So we'll open club membership and the race entry, which will just be £100 deposit just to get his foot in the door. Okay, so that's all we do. We won't ask for loads of money of people because it's Christmas. It's ridiculous, but just so people have got their foot in the door for that race meeting. There'll be more details on that as it comes along. So we'll have it open to club members for the first 3 months of December, January, February. At the end of February, on the 1st of March, we'll open it up to everybody else. So you have to be a full club member to gain entry to it. So that's to try and give everyone a fair chance who are loyal people or just forgot or whatever, that they've got their entry. And we are going to we're going to lay the grids out and guarantee the grids this time, rather than shuffling things around and upsetting people and all sorts of bits and bobs that we discussed before. So last time it just caught us out. This time we're a bit more ready for it and we know what we're going to do. So if we just take a little deposit off people, it's like, okay, fine, Chris, yep, you got your spot. No worries. See you in the summer or whatever. Because if you start doing all this, oh, you must race at Mallory, you must do that, must do this, you just lose track of it all. With too many, 200 cars, it's just too much. So if you just go, right, there's your deposit. Thanks very much. Merry Christmas. I'll see you at Donington. That's it. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll send a bit more out as we go on.
Well, and clearly, like James Dunkley says, fair enough, good idea. AJ says, good idea as well. Going back as well, Peter's still picking up my mistake. Nick saying Cadwell will be incredible. And we've got Gary Preble himself as well is here. Hello, mate. Evening, guys. So hopefully you're catching up. We've already talked about your championship credentials, mate. So you missed all of that. If you couldn't be bothered to show up.
Your moment, yeah. So anyway, we'll carry on.
Yeah.
So we are in August racing at Snetterton. So we're not doing the traditional truck meeting, which we're going to do on Saturday, which we've done since God knows how many years. Want to try and move things around a little bit. I don't want it to be stale, and not that it was stale, but I just wanted to try and do something else. So that's going to be the 17th and 18th. So there's no racing in July because it's the last weekend in June that we're going to Super Tour of Power, and it costs everyone a fortune. So everybody gets like 6 weeks off, and then we go to Snetterton in the summer, which is the 17th and 18th of August, which is on the 300 circuit, the usual.
Yep.
And then the last round, which is going to be on the 28th and 29th of September, is Thruxton. So we're going to finish at Thruxton and be on the TCR. So it's a BARC and BRSCC meeting, and we'll be on with TCR for the final. So that's what we've got for next year. Try and put a bit in there for everything. As you know, we did try and get a comb. They couldn't do a double date for us. It was just single days. So it didn't really work. You'll notice there's no Silverstone in there, which was quite interesting. Silverstone, we were offered the national, and as wonderful as it is going up and down and up and down, nobody really wants to do it. We did it last time. We lost a load of money, and it was just a bit of a disaster. So it was felt that actually we'll try, which is where that Mallory date is actually. So we felt we'd do the Mallory date. It's nice up there. You can have a great old race, and I love it. We've worked out how to sort the problems out of noise. We're going to have a race, which is what we do.
Well, it sounds like a real great mix.
6 meetings, 7 rounds.
So so Donington,
Cadwell, Mallory, Brands,
Snetterton,
Thruxton.
That sounds awesome, and I love the fact that you've got TCR supporting you at Thruxton.
It's great. I've spoke to them and they're coming out. So yes, it would be quite nice to have them on the same bill as us. But
That would
yeah,
be
no,
good.
they're out. So it'd be something different. You try and make it interesting, and sort of keep everybody interested. Obviously, we'll have the live stream. Will be back on that one right across the board next year. We've just got to, it's this is all provisional anyway, but pretty much where we're going to be. But yeah, we'll get the live stream at the events because it's 6 events. It's not so much carting around. Live stream is not cheap. So it's I'm pleased with it. Hopefully, everybody
Well,
else will send an email out to those who are not watching this, so they're all aware. I'll put it on social media and all the other bits and bobs. And yeah, that's what we've got. That's 2024. That's what we're going to do.
right. Ross Craig says great calendar. James
Thank you, Ross.
Dunkley has agreed with that as well. They've also been, I won't put them up, but there's been a few agreeing on your Silverstone call. Lynn Bates, great calendar for next year. So it does look like it's gone down well, mate. So well done, team, on that work.
Yes, it was a sort of the work that goes into putting a calendar together is ridiculously difficult, as you know, when you're with your involvement in Castle Combe. And the constant phone calls that go on, and could we do this? And we might be able to do that for you.
It's the hardest jigsaw in the world. That's what I always say. I don't know how it works itself out. It's just incredible. I mean, like, for example, you take Combe, and I know, and you and I sort of touched on it briefly offline, is that they only get, I think it's like, is it two
It's
2-day meets a
yeah,
year? One of those goes to the bikes, and the other, to the cars. And so it's like, well, actually, from a spectator perspective, if we were going to get it back, we need to make it something different that's doing the 2-day next year. But hopefully, and do this, speak to Ian Danaher about 2025. Because he's already talking about that, and that could be that we could get the 2-day, because I know the Combe faithful would adore you guys to come back again. There's no question
we do
about
try and go. We do try and do every couple of years. It was just
makes
I
sense,
enjoyed
doesn't
it
it?
so much this time that,
Yeah.
but the dates just didn't work out.
No.
But yeah, there was, as I say, the Silverstone one. We did look at other options, and that it just didn't really work. So we just went with what we've got. So we haven't been to Capital and Mallory for years. Well, good couple of years anyway. So yeah, something a bit different, trying to mix it up a little bit, and hopefully people enjoy it and come and have a race.
Gary Preble says, can't stand Combe, rubbish track. For anybody who doesn't get that, he's the king of Combe. He's won more races than anybody else around there, so he's being sarcastic. He adores that place. So, John Sandblaster Tyson says 2025, I might be out.
That'd be amazing. That'd be great to see him out. That's such a lovely car, such a great project.
He's not giving himself much feeling for 2024 there, is he? But he is laughing, so hopefully you will be. And I love the fact that Nick's obviously said, I would hazard a guess in response to Gary Preble, you only say that because you're slow. I'm not getting involved in that now. Let's duck out of that fight, eh? But that looks good. I mean, I'm hoping I can be at some of those at least to commentate on you guys, because it's great. And this time, if I did get to, I'd plan to be there the whole of the second day, not just half of it.
Oh no, I know. You wanted to go in the man's ambulance, though, didn't you?
I did. I've never been in one, and I wanted
You
to
had
go
a
in
full
one.
knee, and everything, didn't you?
I did. Actually, and I never want to do it again, because they are bonkers, those drivers. I tell you, I'm not doing that again. They are fast when they need to be. It was like, oh my god, I'm just lying in this thing, and it wasn't fun. But there we go. Okay, so that's good. That was a good sneak in of the date. Thank you for that, mate. That's such a special one to be able to put on the show to reveal the calendar.
No.
Thank you for bringing that to this. Okay, so Snetterton, we've been through. We've kind of mixed a bit of the points that after Croft, the fact that we've got it might be 107 cars, not 119. I might have got it slightly wrong. I noticed that there was a post went up about the fact that you can pay to practice in the British Endurance.
Yeah, there was one. So Claire, who runs Britcar, has got paid practice. She just asked, she said, "Is it all right if I put it up and for your drivers?" And I said, "Yeah, it's fine." that was it. So I don't know if anyone took her up on it or not.
Okay.
But yeah, it wasn't.
But
It
that's
wasn't
direct
part
with
of ours.
her.
But there is practice on Saturday morning for those that want to zoom round and round.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, we asked Pete as a game. Sorry,
Peter still says no
international
venues.
international. We'll go to Lyddon. There you go.
Hey, listen,
That's
you went
as
up to Croft.
international as
That's
we get.
nearly international, isn't it?
True, true. So, yeah. So the only thing I ask for really is that you make sure. Please do read through the finals. There is an area marked for the club on the finals. Please don't park there because we need Sonia to be able to get the trophies and everything to everybody. So we don't do it for a laugh. We ask people just don't park there and read the finals. Last but not least, please put stickers on the cars. They are there for a reason because someone has paid to have stickers on the car, not because we want the cars to look nice. We do want to look nice, but you know what I mean. So please do that. And yeah, there's briefing notes. Make sure you get the drivers' briefings. There's 3 drivers' briefings going to take place. They are, please just read the finals. Everything is in there that you will ever need to know, and you've got 3 days to read them. Not that you've got anything better to do with your lives, but yeah, you've got 3 days to sit and read them. That's it.
And that includes, therefore, the map.
Least,
The map with the parking is important. You might sort of gloss over that, but you need to look at this map because there's a thing on there that shows where not to park. So please do look
there's a
at
big
that.
bit because of the trucks. They just take up so much room. So you do need to adhere to that because you'll be moved around. Like Bark have got their car park people, and they will be moving people around. And sometimes people get upset, and it's like, well, it was on the plan. You were told not to park there. What do you want me to do? And last but not least, if you won a trophy last year at the dinner dance, not that Chris has mentioned it too much, and that is if you won, please bring it to Snetterton or Donington and give it back to Sonia so she can get it engraved, ready for the dinner dance in November. It's important. If you don't have that, if we don't have your trophy back by the Monday morning after Donington, then we're going to have to buy another one and you'll be charged for it. So we need to get all those trophies back in the van on their way to being re-engraved for the next person.
Take them along to Snetterton. You can have a kiss and a cuddle with it and snuggle up with it Saturday night and then give it back on the Sunday and then it's done.
Drink your beer from it, whatever you want to do. Put gin in it.
Exactly.
Do what you want to do. But yeah, please do that. It's very important. It's a cost to the club. And it's also a bit of a pain chasing after people all the time. So if you could do that, we all would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Get them through, then nothing needs to be got there. It makes sense. Snetterton, if possible, Donington, worst case scenario, get that sorted. Talking about important trophies, though, is that the awards? Are you doing the pedal car race again?
The final race of the season, of course.
Yeah, that's
the
all right.
Final race of the season will take place again. Yeah.
That is the champions from each of the championships, isn't it? That
champions race, yes.
Yeah, they get then this very, very important that I have the privilege of commentating on at the end.
They're all currently in the loft in my house at the moment, ready for this year's.
I genuinely thought it was an exaggeration, the story, when I heard about it, until I saw those things there and went, oh, okay, they're proper things then. And then it literally went all the way around the outside of everybody's tables and round. And it gets rather serious, doesn't it?
It does get serious because we're all racing drivers and we all want to win.
Yes. Have you decided on the guest speaker yet or not yet?
No, I've not. I actually thought that earlier when we were talking about it. I thought, oh, we need to sort one out. So
that's fine. That's fine.
That's one for
we'll announce that, which moves us on nicely to the next show. That will be unless Stuart has another prior engagement, it will be Wednesday, the 11th of October. At 8 p.m. Wednesday, 11th of October, 8 p.m. will be episode 8 of Classic Touring Car Racing Club TV, where we'll be reviewing your Snetterton round, and best of luck to everyone on that. And we'll be previewing Donington, and maybe you'll have a guest speaker that we can announce on that show, which would be cool. That's your challenge, all right, mate?
Yeah, very much.
If not that one, it will be at some point that we'll
Yes,
we'll
no,
announce
absolutely, and that'll be the final show, the finals show. Although we are going to continue over the winter, aren't we? I'm going to do a few to
it makes
keep
sense to.
everybody interested and have a few
Yeah.
guests join us. And
Well, the beauty of
bit of
it
a
being,
chat.
Stu, is that we haven't got all of this to cover necessarily, so we can actually get a few guests on, can't we? And
Yeah, have a
sort
bit
of
of a
like
chat.
catch
So.
up with you guys and maybe some special guests that have been linked in some way, and just have fun. Because I found from other things I do is that just to keep that connection with you all during the winter, it sort of gets appreciated quite a lot, and I look forward to doing that because it will be a very different feel to the show, won't it, for that one?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it'd be good crack. So. Awesome. I think that sort of means that we've come to a natural conclusion on this show. Have a fabulous time at Snetterton, mate.
Thank
and
you.
and
You stay well.
everybody watching. Yes, I will. I'm off to, where am I this weekend? Oh, I'm at Donington Park for GT Cup and things like that. So I'm commentating up there. But you guys have a wonderful time at Snetterton. And I really do hope we can sort it out for next year that I'm with you guys more often, because you do put on one hell of a show with the cars and the driving and everything. And it would be great to get back. But I never have that say. I go where I'm put. So you never know. But listen, Stu, Big Dawg, it's been an absolute pleasure. We got the comments coming in. John says, well done, guys. Great chat. Good luck to all at the weekend. Lynn Bates says, great show tonight. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it to you all. And thanks, Lynn. Have a wonderful time and have an enjoyable, shorter journey this time.
Yeah, Gary.
Just don't go, if you get to Peterborough.
I've gone too far.
You have, haven't you? You've carried on up.
Centre Parks. When you get to Centre Parks, you're like, oh, right, I'm here. There you go. As that weird monument bit that's there, I don't know. It's a war memorial, isn't it? It's a monument.
Well, but do you remember that used the bit where you used to go straight on before they built the dual carriageway?
Yeah, exactly.
Monument, because you used to go right past that.
Yeah, I'm not old. Right.
Thanks, great show. See you at the weekend, says Nick. Cheers, guys, says James Dunkley.
Cheers,
Best
guys.
of luck, everybody in your championship stands. We now get one more new video to play out, and that's the new outro. Stu, thanks, mate.
I'll wait.
You do wait and watch this. But thank you very much, guys. We'll catch up with you soon.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.